Hello, everyone. Welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Cody, and I will be your host for the next hour. Here on Power Prompts, it is our goal to empower you to power through your art block. Every month, we create a theme, and every week, we have a prompt based around that theme. Well, this month is a very special month because it is the month of Inktober or Drawtober, whatever you would like to call it. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to be doing today's prompt from my personal Inktober list, which is called Beartober. Our prompt today is fall crafts. So if you guys would like to participate, upload your work to Instagram with hashtag Beartober22. And actually, we already have over 1,000 entries for Beartober, which is just insane because it's only been 1 week into October right now. So we have quite a few entries. I'm not going to be going through all of them, but we have quite a few entries to go through towards the end of the stream. So if you guys uploaded your work earlier in the week, I'm been putting together a favorites list so I can go through them towards the end of the stream today. And then also our second stream that we're going to be having in October is actually on Halloween. So that is going to be super fun. So we'll be able to go through all the prompts that have accumulated throughout the entire month. So that's going to be really fun. But before we do so, I am going to head over to Instagram really quick so I can show you guys my list. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, feel free to do so. Here is my list. I just have it pinned to my profile. And it is just Beartober. Again, if you would like to check out any of the artists, feel free to just check out the hashtags. There's a few different hashtags that people are using, just Beartober. Beartober22 is the main one that is on the list. There's also 2022, you know. So if you're looking for new artists, I highly suggest checking out the hashtags and also just the hashtags in just the Drawtober the hashtag Drawtober and also Inktober. So many great artists to find that way. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing everyone else's work throughout the month. And also I can just show you guys here. So the prompts that we have had so far are fireplace, mushrooms, bike ride, fall wreath, pie, vampire, canoe, gourds, rain, and then today is fall crafts. Tomorrow is s'mores, and then Wednesday is actually going to be werebear. I am actually going to be doing a stream with Voodoo Val. We're going to be doing the community boot camp, and I'm going to be working on that prompt during that stream. So that is going to be something to look forward to as well. All right, so I can go ahead and pop on over to Fresco now. We're going to be working in Adobe Fresco as we typically do in Power Prompts. And I am also going to say hello to everyone in chat. Hi, Ryan. Ryan Selvey is running our Behance Takeover Week. He is doing an incredible job so far. So thank you to Ryan. Don't forget to check out his streams all throughout this week. Hey, Wade, Joshua, Umacorn, Oliver, good to see you guys. Barbara, thank you all so much for popping in today. All right, so as you can see, also, we are very festive in my background, very orange this month, yeah. Okay, so I have done the majority of my sketch so far. I was a little bit, I don't know why, I was feeling a little nervous to come on stream. I don't know if that happens to you guys too, you streamers out there. Sometimes you just eventually, like some random days you feel nervous to come on stream. So I was feeling like, okay, I'm going to do the sketch ahead of time, but I left a little bit of a sketch to do with you guys. So we're going to be drawing a second character in the middle here. I have a little blank space right here. So we're going to be drawing just a little bit of a character there, doing some little fall craft thingies or whatever. I don't know yet. But we are going to go ahead and get started, and I'm just going to catch up on chat, and we're just going to hang out today. Sound good? Annika says, new hair, who dis? Actually, no, not new hair. I guess I parted it a little bit different today, but thank you for noticing. All right, so actually, before we get started, I know I've said that like 5 times now. My hands are really cold, so I'm going to do some warm-ups really quick. I'm going to do it on a separate file just because I would like to savor my time lapse because I've been uploading my time lapses to my Instagram. So I don't want to have a bunch of warm-ups in the middle of my time lapse. So I am going to warm up my hands a little bit just by doing some circle exercises. I do these exercises on power prompts every once in a while. A lot of the time before power prompts, I will have warmed up my hands before I get on stream, just so we don't always have to do this every single time. But my hands are quite cold. It's a little bit cold in Tennessee nowadays. Just for the last few days, it's been cooling off here. It's like suddenly feels like fall, like overnight. I don't know if you guys are experiencing that in your areas. Let me know in chat. Because man, overnight it was just like it went from 90 to 60 in one day. It was crazy. Wade says, can confirm Ryan does make me nervous in the best ways. So I'm just making some, parallel lines, kind of like warming up my hand-eye coordination, making some dots, trying to connect those dots. Apparently that's not working out very well for me right now. And kind of just making really swift movements here, just trying to work out my muscles. Hey, Alessandra, welcome in. Good to see you. Hi, Steve, welcome. Also, as Anna Davis Court always likes to do on chat on stream, you do your little monkey paws, right? Forward and forward. Fall weather, yes, everywhere fall weather. That is so fun and exciting. Okay, let's get into it. That was also, by the way, I don't know if you guys were there, if you caught it, but that stream right before Power Prompts with Wade was so fun, Wade. That community boot camp was so cool. We never have traditional artists on Adobe Live, so that was a really nice change of pace, and it was just like it was so many awesome tips as well. It was really, really well done. Okay, so I have a little mouse character here. So he's going to be looking down. As you can see, we also have a little hand turkey. I don't know whose hand that was, because it clearly wasn't the mouse's hand, but maybe you guys can come up with a little backstory for this one. And we also have some like little colored pencils, a little jar, some leaves. When I was thinking about the composition for this piece, I immediately knew I had to go on Pinterest, because Pinterest has the best ideas, especially for something like fall crafts. They're going to have ideas, right? So one of the first things that I saw on there was this little bunting flag garland where the flags looked like candy corns. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I have to put that in my illustration. So that was actually the thing that I started out with. And so then I just kind of like built it out from there. I really wanted to have a little jar with like utensils in it, because I feel like that's very crafty. And then like the second thing that I thought of was a hand turkey. Wade says, OMG, if there's a bear, can there be a bear claw? A bear turkey? A bear paw turkey? I don't even know what that looks like. That's gonna be a bear claw turkey. They have five claws, so it's gonna be something like this. There's your bear paw turkey. Perfect. Steve says, I've seen so many bear videos lately catching salmon in streams. So I don't know which videos you're watching specifically, but it's possible that those videos come from the explore.org live stream. Highly recommend that stream if you guys have never watched it. It is so fun. Their Instagram has kind of blown up lately, so I think that their videos have been circulating a lot. But on YouTube, they have a live stream where you can watch the grizzly bears in the area catch salmon in the Katmai National Park River in Alaska. And it's so fun to watch. Me and CJ have it on throughout the day, although right now they're starting to get ready to go into hibernation. So there aren't very many bears in the river anymore. But it is so fun to watch. And you can see all the little cubs and stuff like learning how to fish from their parents. It's very cute. Okay. I am going to go ahead and get going on this little fella here. So when I'm drawing characters, I don't know about you guys, let me know how you feel about this. I typically start with the head, because every single time I try to draw a character with the body first, it never works out for me for some reason. Like, I know, like, when I was growing up, I always heard that you were supposed to draw the body first because like it helps with gesture posing, which I'm sure is actually true, but for my style specifically, I have pretty simplistic posing. So for me, I think what's important, what I've discovered about my style, is that it's important for me to get the face and the expression in the face right, more so than having a realistic gesture pose, because that's kind of where the character in my style is. Steve says, could be. They seem to be all from the Northwest US, Western Canada and Alaska. Yeah, it's probably from that area. They have quite a few different live streams as well, like around the park, and also just in different parks too. Like they have an orca cam, and they have a just like different animals. They have an eagle cam. It's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna have this guy, I don't know what I'm gonna have him do. Maybe I'll have him just like taping something and kind of just have him sit here on the ground. I don't want him standing. I might actually make him a little bit smaller. I don't want him standing because I don't want him to cover up this jar or like the turkey too much. I don't want him to like kind of cover up like the main pieces of the background too much. So I don't want it to be like too distracting. The live bear cams. Yes, that is the Explorer live stream. Okay. Also, by the way, you guys, in a more recent update of Fresco, I think we discussed this in the last Power Prompts. However, I'm going to mention it just again in case anyone was not there for that. In a more recent Fresco update, they just added free transform, which is something that I have been missing from Fresco forever. It's the one thing that I use on all of my artwork that I didn't have in Fresco that I did have in Photoshop and that I missed. Because I use distort all the time, and now you can distort your work in Fresco, which is just so useful. I use it specifically to edit my sketches a lot. So because I have a tendency to skew my work one way, so I kind of have to shift it with distort a lot. So yeah, really, really helpful. Also, if you guys are wondering, I am using the default pencil brush for my sketch brush right now. The default pencil in Fresco is definitely one of my favorites. He has quite a long nose right now. I might maybe I was about to say I might dial it back, but you know what? Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just make that a feature of his, you know? Maybe he's just got a big nose. That's cool. It happens. There we go. Yeah, my anatomy is very simplistic. I use a lot of simple shapes when I'm drawing my characters. So like the legs are very rectangular. The feet are very triangular. The bodies are typically very like square or trapezoid. Hey RB, welcome. How are you doing? I think I might, let's see. Maybe I'll angle his little foot out this way. During mine and Val's stream on Wednesday, we are actually going to be discussing how to find your personal style. That is our topic for the day. So I'm really looking forward to discussing that with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun, especially because me and Val have very, very different styles. So I'm sure we both have very different insight for you. Okay, so he's a little armless right now, but we can resolve that. That's fine. Wade says, yes, please. I need all the insight. Yes, indeed. I think we all do. We all need all the insight from all the artists. Can I give him... I think I'm going to give him some little plaid pants. Little plaid pants. I don't have a very specific way of figuring out what clothes I'm going to give a character. I just kind of figure it out on the spot, and a lot of it is informed by my own wardrobe. There's a lot of plaid. There's a lot of overalls and sweaters. That's pretty much my entire closet. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna give him, yeah, I'm gonna give him some little plaid pants. Let's see here. Like this. I like to add in seam lines a lot of the time. Ryan says I blank when I think of clothes for drawings. I do too, you know. I mean that's part of the reason why I go off of my own clothing a lot of the time. Or I will, you know, it's funny too because throughout the days, you know, as we're scrolling through social media, I save so many posts. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to use that in the future. I'm totally going to use that in the future. That's great reference, whether it be clothes or any kind of art style or anything like that. 9 times out of 10, I never look at that folder ever again. I don't know why. Usually when I am working on a piece, I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. And I don't even think about going back to my reference folder. Is anyone else like that? Am I crazy? Like, I totally forget that I have all of these references. And then sometimes I'll remember and I'm like, oh yeah, I saved that. Wow, that's a really good reference. Oh man, I don't know. There's only so many things that you can keep in your head at one time, right? I'm just like so focused on getting it right that I just forget. I think I might give him like a little Henley shirt here. The little buttons. That's kind of cute. And I'm kind of just trying to, like, here's this circle right here that I just drew is kind of like where his shoulder socket will sit. I'm kind of just like figuring out where his arms might be. We still don't actually know what he's going to be doing exactly, but let's see. What do you guys think? Do you have any ideas like for this pose, like what he could be doing maybe? Like what's he doing with his arms? You know, like maybe he could have like a pencil. Is he like drawing something or like a big old pencil over his shoulder or something? Something like that. And then we're going to draw through for the other shoulder because his other shoulder is going to be hidden on the other side, right? We're not even going to give him scissors. Oh boy. CJ in chat just said give him scissors. I don't know if that is a very safe position to be using giant scissors. Counting his cheese stash. He's eating a caramel apple. I could do yeah, there could be like a little like snack here. There's like little, I don't know what, but like some kind of like little snack. He's snacking and crafting at the same time. Who wouldn't want to snack and craft at the same time? Am I right? Okay. maybe we should roll with that. Maybe we should roll with like a little, and then he's got like, okay. Hang on, guys. 1 second. Let me change his face up here. So he's got, yummy. Oh, whoa, his eye. Wrong place. Okay. He's got a mouthful of crafting snack, right? Oh, it's so silly. Okay. Yummy. Craft snack and cheese. Ryan said snack and crafting is fun until you drink the paintbrush water. Oh, how many people, raise your hands, have done that? I feel like I think an artist just recently on Adobe Live, I think it was last week, just said that they did that recently. When you got a mug of paintbrush water and then your tea next to that, it also in a mug. I've heard that so many times from traditional artists. Okay, so I'm gonna do his arms on a separate layer, so just in case we kind of overlap with our lines, I don't have to worry about erasing stuff. So I'm just gonna do it on a separate layer. And let's see, let's have him holding a little snack. So his shoulder is here. The way that I sketch typically is I'll kind of make really rough lines, especially when it comes to anatomy. When it comes to like the background pieces, I can do it in one single stroke. I kind of have gotten down that muscle memory for my style, but when it comes to anatomy, I am so bad at anatomy, you guys. I struggle with anatomy more than anything. And as you can see, I really struggle with bent arms. But we're just kind of like trying to work through these lines here as we go, kind of like just figuring out like how he would kind of like hold a little chunk of something, whatever that is, like maybe granola or apple, or kind of just like holding it in front of him like he's gonna take a bite. And we'll go ahead and erase this bit that we don't need anymore, just kind of clean it up a little bit. Harvey says, yep, I know the feeling. Yeah. Anatomy is so difficult, even when you're working with a simplistic style, because it still has to, look relatively correct. Like there are ways, like if you are going for a specific style with anatomy, like you have to know the rules first before you can bend them or break them. Like for instance, artists that create characters with very exaggerated limbs, like very long limbs, you can tell that they know anatomy. And so therefore they're able to go back and bend or break the rules, but it still looks believable, right? So there's like that threshold where you have to figure out for yourself, okay, I'm looking for this specific style of anatomy, but is it working? I don't know. Like, and for me, I've just kind of like tried to break it down into really simple shapes, I guess. And that's kind of what my style is in general too. So. Okay, so I'm going to keep this line pretty straight, I think. I'm going to go ahead and merge these layers now that we have the arms in place. And sometimes I like to keep that line. Just for my personal preference, I like to keep that line from the neck to the shoulders completely straight, depending on the angle. Like for this one, I actually didn't do that. I kind of like exaggerated the edge of his little sweater there. But this one, I think I will keep straight. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, the way that I go about approaching anatomy is I kind of will just sculpt away my lines. I'll kind of come at it with really like rough lines. And as you can see, even right now, like with the pants, I'm kind of just sculpting away those thicker lines that I don't really need. And I'll kind of just start cleaning it up as I go. You have to kind of get to the point where you're okay with your artwork not looking great at first. And then eventually, as you start cleaning it up, it will start to look more like a piece that you might be happy with, you know? That's how I always feel about anatomy. It kind of just looks like he's going like this. Let's go into a new layer and let's give him a little chunk of something. Maybe it's a candy corn. Oh, I totally just made that shape on accident, but now it looks like a candy corn and I'm sticking with it. Okay, let's do it, guys. Okay. It's a candy corn and it's also got a bite out of it. It's a candy corn. Okay. A little bite. It's the little baby bite out of this candy corn. Okay, also, I might start a war in chat right now, but I personally do not like candy corn. I think they're very cute. I think they look very cute for like Halloween decorations and fall decorations and stuff, but I personally do not like candy corn. Does anyone in chat like candy corn? How many people like candy corn, dislike candy corn? Because I feel like I've actually met quite a few, surprisingly, quite a few people in my life that actually really love candy corn. Okay, there's some candy corn. Let's just put some, I might actually leave this this little like granola piece here or whatever this is. Like maybe just like as a little, let's take a bite out of this one too. So it kind of like adds a little bit of story here. Right? So maybe our friends have been at it crafting for a very long time and they've had multiple snacks today. I know the feeling, right? We can all relate to that feeling. Okay, let's make a couple more candy corns here. And then, oh my gosh, we're already halfway through the stream. Oh my goodness, wow. I thought we were gonna be doing coloring today. Okay, we're definitely doing coloring, you guys, wow. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty cute, I think. That candy corn is not a great shape, so I'm gonna try that again. There we go, that's a little better. And maybe like just like a half-eaten one. There. Okay. Okay, I'm liking it. Okay, let's go ahead and merge down these layers. Just gonna go ahead and move this layer up. Merge down. There we go. Now everything's on. Oops. Whoa. How did I do that? What is that extra layer up? What is that? Did I like copy and paste a layer? I have no idea how that got up there. That's strange. Okay, merge, oops, unlock, merge down. There we go. Okay, and if you guys are curious too, a lot of the time with my work, I will have a tendency to like to give like a border around it, whether it be an actual colored border or just a border of negative space, like a breathing room space kind of. And if you're curious how I do that, in fresco for all of my Beartobers especially, I have been adding a border like this. As you can see, the artwork has some space around it. And I actually create this layer here. And what I did is I just used the ruler tool and I just did it. I did the border as the width of the ruler. So I just went around the whole thing and I drew a line on every side of the piece. I did this on a separate layer. And then I made sure that one or two things at least on every side of the piece touch those lines, that border. So as you can see, like here, like here and here it's touching, here it's touching, here. So multiple places on every side. So that way you can, when you take away those border lines, it indicates that this piece is in a square. And of course you can do this in any shape that you would like. Annika says, Cody not paying any heed to the candy corn chat. Oh boy, I have not. Okay, I didn't even realize you guys were talking about it. Wow, I'm in my own little brain. Okay. Waxy sounds great. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some people are saying ew. Some people are saying candy corn. Some people are saying candle corn, which is very true. Candles dissolve. You just need to get them really hot. Oh my goodness. Candy corn bad. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Candles dissolve, you know? So you should just eat them. Don't eat candles. Don't eat candles. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and you guys are so funny. Okay, let's lower the opacity of my sketch here. And I think I'm going to start with coloring the jar because I have a very specific way I'm going to do that. Oh, CJ just said, gonna eat candles. Codi Bear told me to. Don't do it. Don't do it. I know what I'm sending Cody and CJ. Okay. I am going to go into my color palette here. So this is the color palette that I typically use for a lot of my pieces. It's just a palette that I have kind of refined over the years of colors that I personally really love. I kind of gravitate towards a lot of earth tones and browns and golds, autumn colors. So I just have this palette saved as swatches on Fresco, and it's really easy to just like get into and try to start like experimenting. It kind of gives me a jumping off point. I don't always stick with these exact colors. Sometimes I'll change the brightness or the saturation of these colors, but it kind of helps me just figure out where to start, because usually if I don't have these colors in front of me, I will not know where to start with color because it's taken me a long time to figure out these colors in my color palette. So I am just going to start with this kind of like darker cream color. And that actually, I'm going to start with an even darker cream color. This one. And I'm going to use Kyle Webster's Conte Crayon brush. Surprise, surprise, if you're familiar with my work. It's one of the only brushes that I use for coloring, one of like 3 maybe. And if you would like to know how to download Kyle's brushes, all you have to do is open up the brush panel, go to down to the plus button, add brushes, and then discover new brushes, and a little window will pop up and you can install any of his brushes instantly into Fresco. And all of his brushes are free with a Creative Cloud sub. Incredible. And they are also usable in Photoshop as well. They are downloadable through Photoshop. So I am using Conte Crayon, which you can find in his Mega Pack. And also my old sketch brush that I used to use of Kyle's called Happy HB, which is very similar to the default pencil brush in Fresco, is also in the Mega Pack. Okay, so I'm going to make a new layer. And the way that I am going to color this jar, I did it in another piece that I did earlier for Beartober, for the pie prompt. You can find it on my Instagram. And in that piece, I had drawn a glass cloche, and I went through a few different iterations of how I wanted to draw the glass in a very simplistic way. It's kind of like a problem-solving technique that I kind of ask myself every time I do a piece, just because I am working with such a simplistic style. I ask myself, how much detail is necessary? So like when I first started doing the glass, I started like adding all of this detail. I wanted to do like the full glass pane and like add like different shading and stuff to it. I'm like, no, I gotta stop. I gotta back up, because that's not necessarily how I want my artwork to look. So I'm very intentional about how I want my artwork presented, because there's specific like feelings that I want, like coziness and just like childhood nostalgia and innocence that I want to portray in my artwork. So I also want to keep it very simplistic, because that message can come across really easily when it's simplistic. I hope I'm not rambling. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, I'm just going to show you guys the way that I figured out how I wanted to do it. Was that I just did an outline. I only did the outline with this cream color. I'm going to actually make my brush a little bit bigger. Actually, am I on the right brush? I'm not on the right brush. Conte Crayon, there we go. I am just going to do this outline here. Just like this. And then we're actually going to use a different brush to make that little specular highlight. I'm doing the outline, the like outer lines thicker, and then the inner lines here thinner to kind of indicate line hierarchy. So the lines on the outside are kind of what catch your attention first before the lines on the inside. Okay, so we have our little, oh, let me do the bottom line here first. There we go. So we have our little jar here. And sometimes I like to, as I'm working, just turn off the sketch, turn it on and off, just so I can see what my lines really look like without the sketch, because sometimes the sketch can kind of throw you off a little bit. And then I am going to go back into my brushes, and I'm going to use Kyle Webster's Natural Edge Painter 1. I think there's like 4 different ones. The number 1 is my personal favorite. I think that I work with that one the best. And that one you can find in Kyle's watercolor pack. So I'm going to use the same color, But I am going to go ahead and just draw very lightly. I might have to make my brush a little smaller. Very lightly on the specular. Yep, definitely smaller. Very lightly on the specular highlight here. And even though technically a specular highlight would probably be the brightest spot on glass or on any surface, it's going to be like a bright white spot. I'm technically doing the opposite by having it be like the darker spot, but I think it still reads well. And I think that in this way, it kind of, like I said, it kind of helps portray that very simplistic look through the style that I'm going for. I just realized that this specular highlight looks like an exclamation point. I did not mean to do that. Oh no! Okay, let me try that again because I just did that on the wrong layer. Whew, okay, I'm gonna lock my I'm gonna lock my sketch layer. Don't be like me. Okay, I just recently started locking my layers because I have not gotten that habit down very well. I totally forget that I can even lock my layers, so. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. So now we kind of get like that little bit of highlight there that just kind of makes it look like it's a slick surface instead of just the outline, although you could do the outline too, if that's what you're going for, you know, if you're kind of trying to go for a simplistic style like this. Okay, let's go ahead and keep going. Let's make a new layer. Don't forget to save. Yes, I know that Fresco does autosave, but personally, I just feel better after how many documents I don't know that I've lost progress on over the years. I just personally really like to manually save. So to manually save on Fresco, if you don't know, all you have to do is touch the title at the top of the screen and then just press save now and it'll manually save for you. Thank you, Alessandra. Okay, I am going to go ahead and grab a new color. Let's see. Let's add some green. I think we'll have some green in this. I have this green color that's a little bit more on the warm side. As you can see from my palette, a lot of my colors are more warm toned. I do have some blues in there, but even my blues are kind of warm toned. And the way that I typically color with Conte Crayon, it took me a little bit to figure out how I wanted to work with this brush. I just started kind of experimenting with it one day. But I used a very small sized brush, and I kind of just in a very scribbly way, go through and fill in my shape that I'm going for. But I also leave some white space in the middle there to give it texture. So I allow myself to leave white space, even though the perfectionist in me is telling me that I want to fill in all of those white spaces. But if I did that, if I colored with a really big brush and filled in all of those white spaces, then the only texture that you're getting with this brush is on the outside edge. So if you're working with a small brush, you're going to get more of that like natural traditional style texture in there. Okay, yes, just a few more minutes and we're going to start going over community entries. I have quite a few community entries saved into a folder just because there's a lot. And as I was finding some ones that I really loved, I didn't want it to kind of get lost in the shuffle. So there are quite a few. And also, I just wanted to say, like, if your artwork isn't in my favorites folder, please don't feel bad because I might not even have seen it. Like, there's so many pieces and they're also dispersed throughout multiple different hashtags and stuff. So I've seen some pieces, and even the ones that are in the folder, I'm not going to be able to get through all of them. They're just pieces that I happened to come across while I was like posting to my Instagram story and stuff like that. So please don't feel bad. It's nothing personal. I love all of the pieces that have been coming through. Okay. let's go ahead. I'm going to do, actually, I am about to do community entries now, I think, because it is about that time. 1 second. I'm just going to throw in this blue here. And then we are going to pop on over to show off the amazing community entries. So, 1 second. Okay, I thought that we were going to get way farther in this piece today, but man, that hour flew by. Okay, let's pop on over to Instagram now. All right, you guys, so if you are unfamiliar with Inktober, so basically, as we do on power prompts, power prompts was actually inspired by Drawtober and Inktober. We do monthly prompts. So with Inktober and Drawtober, you do typically a prompt every single day of October. So all of these entries are throughout the first week of prompts that we've already been through. The first one that I want to show you is this one for the pie prompt. Somebody actually made a pie. So cool. This, oh my gosh, this is incredible. This latticing on this pie is so intricate. There's braiding, there's different sized lattice. Like, they did so much work on this. It's so beautiful. And I mean, even their cast iron pan is really beautiful. Like, this photo is just awesome. Really nice. It's like a chicken pot pie. Oh, it makes me hungry. Also, in terms of more like real life prompts, this one, somebody did a pumpkin carving of a bear for the gourds prompt, which is just, again, just absolutely insane. So cool. Wow. Yeah, really beautiful. Some of these, I feel so overwhelmed with all the amazing entries. Like, I don't even know where to begin. God Polina Art, this artist has so many amazing entries as well. I just love their traditional marker and ink texture for them. Like, and it's very loose and kind of like scribbly, like a little kid might have drawn it. Very cute. This one is really beautiful. Again, like, if I'm going too fast for you guys, it's just because there's so many entries. Like, and if you see an artist that you would like to follow, feel free to like look back on the replay and just come see their artwork and, you know, come find them on Instagram. So beautiful. This artist has some really incredible entries too. I just love their minimal color palette. And they're actually combining my list with a few other lists for each of their entries. So this one was for Vampire, I believe. And they have so many different entries on their profile so far. These 4 entries here, these black and white ones, are from the same artist. So adorable. I love it when I see like gallery walls like this, like over a fireplace. So beautiful. And this one is super cute as well. Oh my gosh, look at that little face. Oh, he looks so shy and cute. Oh, some beautiful traditional colored pencil work. I love these ones as well from this artist. They have a very almost like stamp look, like a very like ink stamp, very print-like look, quality to their work. So incredible. Oh, and then Remy JC has quite a few different entries. Their color palette is beautiful. This one was for pie, and then also if I scroll down, they have this fireplace one, which is just absolutely incredible. Like, look at the detail on this. This looks like it could be like a Disney illustration for Haunted Mansion or something. It totally looks like this would go like on a board game for Haunted Mansion or something like that. Like, so cool. Love the colors. So beautiful. And then on the flip side of that, this one, not as many details, really simplistic, but these shapes are so good. Oh my goodness. This has so much like character to it. It almost reminds me of kind of like 60s retro futurism almost. It's like those shapes, very simplistic shapes that you see in like movies like The Incredibles and stuff like that. Very, very cool. And then somebody somebody actually made a little Animal Crossing scene for a bike ride, which was also really unique. I love seeing those super unique entries too, like something that you would not even really think about. That's really fun. Decorating your island in Animal Crossing is really fun. And definitely an art form in itself. This one, I love this artist. Kaylee Corbett, I believe is how you say their name. They have some really incredible, really detailed, like nature illustrations, like mushrooms and butterflies and flowers. Really, really pretty. This one is another really cool one. I actually don't know if this person has any other entries. I haven't checked, but I just loved this one so much. The color palette is so stark and just, oh man, just the details on this. The skulls are just so cool. Like the skull design and the filigree on the fireplace. Oh man, love it. I could look at that for days. I love the texture on it too. Oh man, okay. This one, wow, so much detail in this one. Oh my goodness, like holy crap. I could never, I could never spend that long on a piece, to be honest with you guys. Like I keep mine so simple. I admire artists that are willing to put in so much time to add extra like crazy details and stuff, to like do full scenes like this. Oh man, it's so beautiful. Just doing a little, knitting a little scarf. So cute. Oh, and then this person actually made a little mushroom mug for the mushroom prompt with a little frog on it. So cute. Oh, the handle is a mushroom. It's so neat. Very, very cool. I'm really looking forward, if they plan on finishing it, I'm really looking forward to the final product. This one was done by an illustrator named Randy. She did this traditionally. Actually, if I go to her profile, I believe she has a reel. Look how cute her work is. Oh my gosh. She does, I think she works in gouache. She actually has a reel of creating it. Look at this. Oh, look at how beautiful her scenery is on this reel. Oh, it's so impressive. So gorgeous. And her little candle and her books and stuff, like it really just creates like a mood, and in the scene, just watching her just feels so relaxing to see her work. And then this one I really loved, Steph Wong Creative. Their entries for Beartober have all had this like really simplistic, minimalistic, like paper cut look, and I just love it. I think that it's so unique. I love the addition of the grays and the blacks. It kind of like it's kind of like chic, almost like very chic fall. Yeah, just so beautiful. I think actually Steph's other entry was another, let's see, where'd it go? Did I lose it? I could have just gone to her profile. Steph had a few different entries, I think. Yeah, look at these. Oh, they're so cool. The bike one was the one that I was specifically looking at looking for because I love this one, how it's just the back side of the bike. And it's just a very unique composition, but it's so interesting. You look at it and you think, okay, well, where's that character going, you know? So beautiful. And the texture that she adds to the very simple shapes, I just love it. But man, I think that that's about all the time we have, you guys. One last one. I wanted to show this one off. Such gorgeous ink work, and I believe watercolor work, maybe it's coffee paint. I'm not sure. But oh my gosh, so many beautiful details in this. It looks like it's straight out of a kid's book. Same with this one, is by the same artist as well. Oh, so cute. Her little bear friend. Oh, I love it. And then last but not least, Tavo Monster. He also did basically every single entry from my last prompt list, and now he's doing this prompt list as well. He has some really cool monster, like very grungy artwork. So yeah, please check out all of these artists. Feel free, like I said, go to the hashtag Beartober 2022 or 2022 or Beartober to find all of these amazing artists, and plus many, many more. Like I said, we have over 1,000 entries right now. These are just like a handful of them. So please go check out more of our entries and more throughout the month as well. We've literally only done the first week so far, and there's this many entries. So if you're looking for new artists to follow, please do. But that is about all the time we have today. Thank you all so much for joining us. And up next, we actually have Ryan Selby with some motion graphics, I believe. So Ryan's coming back on the stream. We're really looking forward to that. And I will see you guys once again in October, all the way on Halloween. So a few weeks from now. And we'll be able to go over so many more entries at that point. And our prompt for that day is going to be trick or treat. So thank you all so much for joining me today, like I said, and stick around for Ryan. See you later, guys.